Hey friends, welcome back. So today I wanted to do a review of the SL-1000 headlamp. With the time change, I figured this would be the perfect time to do a review of this light just due to the shorter days and more limited daylight hours. So I purchased this light because I was looking for something just to light up the roads and bike paths when I'm out skating in the mornings. Usually when I'm out skating, I am riding the FR1 Deluxes. So these have Intuition liners, and I've been riding the Compass Matt Lyon 80mm wheels. Whenever I go skate in the mornings, usually it's between 3 and 4 miles. If I'm skating during the daytime, sometimes I'll go up to 12 miles, depending on how much time I have. It's pretty hard to get out for that long just having a little one, and I enjoy going to the skate park a lot more. So, you know, part of why I wanted to do this review is because when I was looking for lights, I really wanted something that mounted to a helmet, just because when I'm out skating, you really don't have anywhere to put a light. And so really my only option is to have one that's camera mounted. A lot of limited options, but I did find the SL-1000, and Shredlights seems to advertise their product a lot more towards like skateboarding, longboarding for night skating. And I figured that, you know, since it is advertised to skateboarding, longboarding, usually those carry about the same speed as what inline skating does. So it really caught my interest. I used to do a lot of road cycling, and I had bike lights, and I had some that were, you know, 1,000 lumens. So I was pretty familiar with what a 1,000 lumen light looked like. And when I rode my bike, I found that light did a really good job of basically lighting up, you know, good, I don't know, 5 to 7 feet wide, which is almost the width of just a normal traffic lane. Yeah, so with that, you know, they have a couple different models. I don't remember what all their models are, but I went for the 1,000 lumens. This thing has, you know, it's made with an aluminum body, and it has this quick release tab, so you basically can press down and it pulls the light right out. It has a quick release mount, and so it's basically a GoPro mount that has the attachment for the light, and then it attaches into another bracket basically that adheres to the helmet. So, you know, everything about this looks exactly like a GoPro mount. The only issue I've had, you know, with this mount is I've got it fully tightened right now, and it's pretty easy to move up and down, but I have not noticed when I'm riding with it that the vibrations from the road causes the light to move itself. So, you know, even though I can press it with my hand, doesn't seem to really be an issue when I'm out riding it. And, you know, I never really take this off even when I'm charging it. I try and just leave it attached to my helmet. So the light itself has a button on the top, and this changes the lumens, and then the buttons on the side basically change it between different flash modes. I'll be honest, I don't really use the flash modes for riding. I just use the highest lumen, which is 1,000. So this light comes with 5 different brightnesses. It's 50, 250, 500, 750, and 1,000 lumens. The top button does have a memory, so basically whenever you shut it off, it memorizes what your last setting is. So whenever you turn it on, you don't have to cycle through all the buttons. So basically, to turn it on, you just hold it, and right there's the 1,000 lumens. Turn it off, and then it's off. You know, if you want to do different flash modes, you press the side button, and then it cycles through everything. On the top is where the charging port is. It comes with a charging cable, so that's really easy to charge up. Let's see, the flash modes. I know it has 4 different flash modes. I never use them. So basically, you know, this light is pretty small. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4 inches long, and at the widest part is maybe 1.5 inches, and it's it's relatively light. Like, you hold it in your hand and it feels like it has a little weight. When it's on the helmet, you can feel it a little bit, but once you're moving, I don't notice it at all. So, the only issue I've really noticed with this light is if you charge it up and then you don't use it for a couple weeks and then come back and turn it on, the battery life does drain out pretty quickly. And how I notice that is because when you're out skating, the lumens will be a lot lower, and then whenever you try and turn it up, it will only go as high as how much battery is left in it. And I find that, as the battery starts to deplete, it starts getting down to around that 500 250 range for the lumens, so basically the second and third setting, and then it just fades out. And so no matter how many times you push the button, it just will not get brighter. So recommendation, if you do get this, try and just keep it charged, especially if you're going to leave it sit for a couple weeks. Charge it up before you go. And then so basically, I love how much light this thing puts off. I wish they would advertise a little more for all the different things outside of longboarding and skateboarding that you can use this for. But honestly, I don't really care. It really fits my needs. So I would highly recommend this, whether you're inline skating or doing anything. One other thing is they advertise this as being, I can't remember if it's waterproof or water resistant, but basically they call it waterproof. So I think what it means is, like, as long as it's not submergible, that it can get wet. So if you get stuck like in a rainstorm or something like that, it's basically not going to fry it out. But also don't drop it in the toilet, because it probably won't ever come back from that. So that's really all I have to say about this. It's a great light, love it, and would highly recommend it if you're looking for a light to do skating when it's dark. I took some clips of me riding with this light, and I didn't do any kind of editing on it because I wanted to really try and show what this light looks like. Obviously the camera doesn't pick up how accurate the light displays, so I feel like my camera made it look like the light is a lot narrower than it actually is when riding. So just keep that in mind. When going back looking at these clips, it looks like the light's not nearly as bright, even though it really is. Like, I can see the smallest rocks in the road or potholes, anything, with this light, and it's really hard to tell that from camera. So I almost feel like camera doesn't do justice, but it's really the best way that I can convey what riding with this light looks like. Hopefully this review has been helpful. If you have any comments on it, or if there's any other lights that you're using, drop me a comment. I would love to hear, what everyone else is doing. Thanks for checking in. Hope you're all having a great weekend, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good one.